Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a very stupid situation that just happened thanks to the LEGO group. Of course, LEGO being a multi-billion-dollar company, they give us no shortage of things to complain about, and surprise, surprise, they have done something new now that a lot of people are complaining about, and it goes in line with, again, this whole thing about LEGO pushing AI-generated art, if you can even call it art. Now, for those that might not be aware, LEGO has quite the history with AI-generated imagery, I will say. They were caught a while ago using AI-generated artwork. Again, I use the word artwork very loosely for Ninjago. As you can see, they have several really weird, really just bizarre looking AI generated Ninjago pieces that were actually promoted on their website. Of course, they were taken down after a lot of people, myself included, called them out for this act. However, they appear to be going down another path with AI generated imagery, and it just kind of shows that LEGO hasn't really learned anything and is willing to go against their own values as a company. For what exactly? This situation is just really dumb, really weird, and a lot of people have already talked about this, but I feel the need to give my 2 cents surrounding this situation. So let's head on over to lego.com and see the recent antics in terms of AI-generated imagery that LEGO is trying to promote. So basically, over on lego.com, you can now apply for an internship on generative AI. So again, LEGO has learned nothing here. The description is extremely funny. Are you passionate about generative AI? I don't know how someone can be passionate about generative AI. You are literally just punching in words into a prompt and then it spits out an image. I don't get how someone can be passionate about that, but are you passionate about generative AI and ready to dive into the world of generative AI to help transform one of the most iconic brands globally? Yeah, let's help transform one of the most iconic brands globally into this soulless, it's just a mess. Like, why would you even want to do that? Why would you, as a brand who is built on the ideals of creativity, want to be transformed into a corporation that uses generative AI? Yeah, sure, instead of hiring artists to make pieces for you guys, yeah, just generate an image. Sounds good, right? Yeah, it'll definitely transform the brand into something that is very much disrespected. Then buckle up and get yourself energized for a 5 to 6 month internship journey where you will bring your passion for AI and innovation. Yeah, see, I disagree. I think it's the exact opposite of innovation. The only thing that it does is, you don't need to pay artists to make an actual piece for you, which, again, if you're going that route to save money or save time, again, it just comes back to the ideas of laziness and being cheap. It's like, just pay artists, man. Along with your technical skills to shape the future of generative AI at the LEGO group. I thought there wasn't a future of generative AI at the LEGO group. LEGO, I thought you guys denounced AI. I thought you said it was just a little experiment, but you weren't going to follow up on it. So much for that. Collaborate with experts to develop cutting-edge tools. Yeah, whatever. Core responsibilities, as if, generating AI images requires any responsibilities. They do make it sound like as professional as possible. It's just really bizarre because going back to the entire thing, it's about typing in a bunch of words into a box and then it spits out an image based on random images found online. Many of these images are actually real art pieces from real artists. Why not just hire them? Surely you guys can find some artists out there. Even in the Ninjago community alone, there are many artists, putting out their pieces, actually taking the time and using creativity to make something. Isn't that your core value, LEGO? Creativity? Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, you can pause and read this, whatever. I'm trying to keep it PG here. You can pause and read if you would like. It's just a bunch of nonsense, bonuses Wow, look at that. You can get a bonus for stealing artwork, essentially. Yeah, it's just dumb. It's just really, really dumb. You do have like other articles here too. Whatever. Going back to the overall article though, and the, I guess, internship. I don't know. I mean, surely there are other internships at LEGO that you guys can apply for if you would like to internship for LEGO. You know, I'm not saying that you can't, have an internship for LEGO. I'm just saying, why would you ever pick this one? Especially with a brand like LEGO, which, again, the entire mission statement at LEGO is, again, to inspire creativity. What is creative about generative AI? How fancy you can get when typing in a prompt into a box? Like, come on. But yeah, this is just really stupid. I don't like this at all, and a lot of people also don't like this at all. This has been getting a lot of hate across not only the Ninjago circles, but also just the general LEGO community in general, and I'm just kind of like baffled that we are still doing this again with LEGO's, seemingly understanding statement when they were caught with the Ninjago images a while ago. I thought they were done with all of this, but doesn't really seem like they are. Kind of sounds like they are embracing the Gen AI with as much as they can. It's just really, really stupid. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think this is just, again, another huge step back for the LEGO group. Not only does it go against their core values of creativity, but it also goes against what they said earlier about the AI-generated imagery that they were caught using with the whole AI Ninjago scandal. So to me, it just kind of shows that within that year, of LEGO being caught using these AI images, that they haven't really learned anything as a company, and they are still willing to, again, go against their own morals and their own values just for the sake of promoting AI-generated imagery. It's hard to say why exactly they are doing this, aside from maybe just laziness and the lack of creativity. I also want to add really quick, if you are upset because I am criticizing this massive corporation, I promise you, they don't care. Again, this is not an individual. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. They deserve to be criticized, and I, for one, have definitely not been short about my criticism towards this company for the longest time. Of course, there's a lot coming out of LEGO that I enjoy, and there's a lot of Ninjago stuff that I would still like to purchase. However, I can point out the bad things if I want to, and this, in my opinion, is definitely not a good thing, so I feel like it is worth calling out. Even though, like I said earlier, a lot of people have already talked about this, I felt the need to give my 2 cents. Also, really quick, before we wrap up, I would just like to clarify something surrounding a video that I made not too long ago, which featured this image in the thumbnail. Apparently, some folks were upset, thinking that this was AI generated. It is not. This is actually concept art from Ninjago Season 5 that was revealed about 10 years ago, so definitely not an AI generated image here. This is actually official concept art, so not sure where the confusion was surrounding this image, but again, some folks were just confused. Figured I would clarify that super quick. But with that being said, everyone, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Again, in my opinion, a very weird and very stupid situation, but leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you guys think of all of this? And why hasn't LEGO learned their lesson? Leave all of your thoughts down below, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.